I haven't said all of that. So today, our guest speaker is going to join us. While we wait for her, I want us to take a moment to reflect on some certain questions. Now, the first question here is, how do you typically respond when you're under pressure? How do you typically respond when you're under pressure? Tell me. Anybody?
All right. I'm usually a bit aggressive when I'm under pressure. I'll just dash out here and there. So that's my reaction towards pressure.
Interesting. I see you tend to be someone that's really self-aware, and I like that. So you know quite all right that you tend to pass aggression, shout, get angry when you're under pressure. Interesting. Someone else? Anybody else? Anybody else wants to try?
Yeah, I'm usually uneasy, then appetite,
Okay.
reduced appetite, then struggling to do things, then I know I won't be balanced like emotionally.
So you'll be fluctuating. That's the word.
Yeah.
You'll just be here and there. There's not. You will not have it. You will not be in charge of the emotions. You will not. Sometimes not even be in charge of the things you are doing. You tend to just be here and there. Do this. Maybe probably do this after you do that one after.
Then
Then when
being
you're
absent
exhausted,
minded.
exactly. So that's a good way to also describe what you go through. Interesting. Now I'm going to go to the second question here. Is currently, I wouldn't know that these are the things you do. Do you seem to have a strategy to help you cope with this anxiety and frustration? What strategy do you currently have? What strategy do you currently have to cope with this anxiety, the frustration that you go through?
Let me say before, I don't have any strategy. But with the class we had last week, I was able to learn the breathing technique where you have to breathe in 4 seconds, hold 7 seconds, and then release 8 seconds. So that is the strategy I'm trying to work with now.
Okay. Okay. Now, I hope you know that having to take a deep breath, that is what we call mindful exercises. You know, that is only going to help you to be more in the present of the situation, not the actual full solution. So when you're frustrated, anxiety setting, sometimes anger setting, sometimes, but when you try to do what we call mindful exercises, which one of which was introduced to us last week, it helps you to be in the present, to be in the know of what is happening. You tend to calm down, like you calm down a lot. So having said that, there are still other strategies that okay, now I'm calm. What is the next thing I'm supposed to do? But we will know that in the session. I believe that will be treated in the session today. Now,
Yeah, knowing what the cause of the stress. Think that
knowing the cause of the stress.
yes, that will at least that's like the main thing. Once I can identify where the stress is coming from, then I'll be able to know how I can manage myself from there.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So, so you talked about identifying the stress, right? Once you're able to identify the stress, you'll be able to know how to manage it, at least to manage the cost of what is happening. Well, that will take me to the next question. How effective is this your strategy? How effective is this your strategy? Does it really solve the whole situation or it just calms it
Yeah,
down for a bit?
so once I'm able to know like what's this thing that is making me stress, at least it helps a great deal. Then maybe I can then speak up and then maybe try to look for solutions from there. But once I cannot identify it, you just be circling around the stress without actually getting any solution to it.
Interesting, interesting. So this session is not just about managing your stress, it's about learning how to take control of your emotional response using tools that will be introduced to us. Then let's prepare ourselves and listen and grow. As I welcome Sarah Dashti, who will be guiding us through the practical strategies, what we can apply in our everyday life. She is an associate clinical psychologist, a psychotherapist, and an Islamic counselor. She is from Asia, Pakistan to be precise, and she has experience with dealing with mental health issues and illness. So, Madam Sarah Dashti, good morning, ma. I don't know if it's morning from your part of the world, but I'll say good morning, ma. Madam Sarah Dashti, are you here?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum to all of you.
Walaikum salam wa
Waalaikum
rahmatullah.
assalam wa
Welcome.
barakatuh.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen and then I will introduce myself as well.
Madam Sarah, I hope you're not having any
Hello?
issues connecting.
Is
Hello,
my screen available for you, all of you or not?
you can't see your screen yet, ma'am.
You can
You
message.
can't see it yet.
No screen? Okay, I'll try.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. I think
Good
she's
morning,
trying
ma'am.
to adjust
Yes.
her slide so that she'll be able to use her slide. That's what she's trying to work on. So she will join us soon.
Okay, so I can still give us some games that we can play while we wait for her. Okay, let me see again. So, okay, okay, she's back. Go, she's back. We'll play our games later.
Now screen is available to all of you?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can see the screen now.
Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sarah. I am from Pakistan. I am an Associate Clinical Psychologist and an Islamic Counsellor. Today, the topic of presentation is managing emotions and stress. So first of all, like going to techniques, we like should know what is stress itself. First of all, we will inshallah go through stress briefly. And what is stress? Because stress is the cause of all the problems. So before knowing the cause, if we go to the treatment, then there won't be any kind of treatment. Please give me 1 minute.
So while we wait for her,
Hello?
let's quickly. Okay,
Okay,
please. Go on.
so sorry for the disturbance. Stress. So, what is stress? I was talking before going to treatment, we have to know the root cause of any problem. Then we can only treat that problem. So, first of all, we are going to start with the definition, description, and the explanation of stress. Um, what is stress? Stress is basically your body's physical or psychological response to a perceived
Sorry to.
challenge or
No, ma.
threat.
Thank you. Sorry to cut in, ma. There's
Hello?
the two that can you hear me? There's the two at the side of your screen at the right hand side. Yeah, I think it's from Zoom. Maybe you should minimize it so that we can easily fully see the slide. The right side of your screen. It's something about Google Drive ads. So maybe you can minimize that part. It can be minimized. If you can minimize it to easily. Uh, all right, that's fine, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Now, is it fine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. What is stress? Stress is your body's physical or psychological response to a perceived challenge or threat. Here the word perceive is coming. Perceive means like it is subjective because you are giving meaning to your sensations. Like perception is somewhat like you are giving meaning to your sensations, like what are you sensing, and then giving it a meaning in your brain is perception. So it is subjective. Everyone perceives things differently. It should be like if anyone want to take notes, then can take notes as well. So I'm going further. It's a natural reaction that helps you deal with difficult situation, often referred to as the fight or flight response. Like here, stress means like your physical or psychological response to any emergency situation. Now, what situation is emergency for anybody? It is different. Therefore, the word perceive is used here. And if anything like you people are not getting, you can ask me.
Okay, ma'am.
Stress, okay. Stress has like two types. Stress, like always, we if think about stress, Like we directly think like it is a bad thing, but stress is not always a bad thing. Like stress has two types. Sometimes it is good.
Is on a
Who is
what is it?
talking? Sometimes it is good to become like stressful, and sometimes it is bad. We have to find out like our stress is a bad stress or a good stress. So there are two types of stress. Eustress is the positive stress, which I was talking about. Like it is the good stress. It is the positive stress, and this stress is what negative stress, and it is the cause of all the mental issues, and as well as somehow physical and all other issues. Those issues are caused by the negative stress. Now, first of all, I am going to explain what is eustress. Like eustress is also known as positive stress. It is like beneficial for us. It motivates, focuses like your energy, and is usually short term. Short term in a like means like it goes when the you solve the problem, when the and when the situation is like gone, and it also, this stress also disappears. So it can help improve performance and make you feel excited or challenged in a good way. Like you will rather than like feeling nervous or any other like negative emotion, you will feel excited, you will feel like challenged in a good way, that you will like start competing and you will try to win any situation. Example, preparing for a job interview you are excited about. So in like competing in a sports event, planning a wedding or a vacation, like these are the situations, like giving your exams or anything. If you are without any stress, you will not like get pressurized, and you will not like fulfill that task. So stress is good only when it is short term, and it is like for a purpose. Like it is for a purposeful situation, it is for a purposeful reason you are getting stressed. For example, here there are like things, planning for a wedding, for a vacation, or for planning for any get together or anything, competing in a sports event or any other event. So here like to like organize the things and to prepare yourself to do like, for example, in exams, in exams times, if you are not like in a good positive stress, then you will not like prepare for your exam, and you will automatically be failed. So this is also not normal. Stress is good if you like manage and tackle the situation, and stress is bad like and negative when you are not able to tackle the situation to solve the problem and all this stuff. So I'm going to like explain the negative stress. Negative stress is called distress. This is harmful stress. This one is harmful, and this causes a lot of a mess in your life. It causes anxiety, decreases performance, and can be long term. It often leads to physical and emotional problems if not managed. So what I said, when the stress is short term and with one when it is manageable, it is called eustress. And when the stress is not manageable and with when it is long term, then it is called distress, and it is negative stress. For example, constant work pressure with no relief. You are like constantly doing work, like if you are doing any job or any business, or you are a student, or you are like housewife or anything. If you are constantly working, not resting your brain or mind or your body in any way, then this stress is like negative stress. And I'm taking the same example. If you are working, if you are a, like working man or woman, and you are taking the stress to complete the assignment or any task given by your boss, and you are given an ultimate time limit, in within this time you have to complete it, and within that time you are like stressing yourself in a way, then you are pressurizing yourself to complete the task. And when you are like completed with the task, then you will get relief, and you are happy, and you think yes, and you feel sense of achievement. Then you are like having positive stress you were having, and that was short term. And when you are like done with the assignment, now you are happy, you are happy emotions, and uh, relief emotions are released, hormones are released. So this is positive. And when the stress is long term, and you are constantly working and not giving your mind, body and soul relief, in any way, then the stress like is not positive, it is alarming. And toxic relationships also causes stress, financial problems also causes stress. This stress overwhelms your ability to cope and can lead to mental health issues like depression and burnout if prolonged. So like as I said, if it is not like tackled in a good way, coping means tackling things and handling things and situations in a good way. Inshallah, today or tomorrow I will be like explaining coping in a more like detailed, with like description, inshallah. So when you are not being able to tackle the situation or anything, then the stress will cause a lot of problems. Here two examples are there. One is depression is mental issue, health issue, and burnout, I guess burnout is also a mental health issue, and it also gives physical problems as well, physical illnesses, disorders, diseases as well. So yes, so this is if you have any question regarding types of stress, you can ask. No questions? I will go further. Now I am going to briefly explain what are emotions. As I said, there are positive and negative types of stress. As well, in emotions, there are different types. So what are emotions? Emotions are complex psychological. Anyone want to ask anything? No. Emotions are complex psychological and physiological responses to internal or external events that are significant to you. They influence how you think, behave, and interact with others. So, what are emotions? I will like define it in a simple way. Like when you get stressed, in a positive way, you will experience emotions like after relief emotions, like you become happy, you become excited, you become relaxed. These are also emotions. You're smiling, you are like light in weight in anything like that. And when you are experiencing negative like stress, that is this stress, you will feel emotions like anger, fear, sadness, anxiety, depression, or compulsive things, and intrusive thoughts, anything. So these are like you are angry, your mood is not good, and you want to cry, and like crying also has two types. When you are happy, you also cry, and when you are sad, you also cry. And it is up to the person to differentiate why that person is crying. So yeah, emotions are in response of that stress. So what are you feeling? If you are feeling good, it means you are having the good stress, that is the eustress. And when you are feeling bad and in any way, that mean that stress, that you are not being able to tackle the situation, and then you are like feeling not good. So emotions are, yes, are complex psychological and physiological responses to internal or external events. So internal and external like environmental, and internal in your own self. Sometimes you become internally not good, not feeling not well, mood is not good, and sometimes due to the external environment, any event, you are like not feeling well. So internal, external, both. So, and then after like feeling that emotion, how you behave, like when you are angry and you are showing anger. So behavior is when you are showing anger, in which way? In sadness, in which way you are showing your sadness. And happy, if you are happy, if you are smiling, if you are laughing. So these are the behaviors of your emotions, how you think and then behave and then interact with others. So these are like these interlinked things, stress and emotions. So okay, basic emotions according to psychologists, like there are some basic emotions, and these emotions can cause positive or negative outcomes. So basic emotions are like sadness, fear, anger, surprise, disgust, and happiness. Here, if we see, like there is only one positive emotion, and that is happiness. And if you like focus on all of the emotions which I have described now, so all are good. If these have any like actual meaning, for example, sadness is when you are like when you failed in exams, you become sad. When you are cooking anything and you failed in it, and you when you are doing anything you prepared, and you like done a lot of you can say you have given your lot of time and energy on that thing, and you like failed, you become sad. So that is good, but it should be short term. When it is long term, then it causes distress and fear. For example, when you are going to somewhere alone, you get afraid, and anything like that, that emotion is valid. Anger, when something is not good, you like show your anger, that is good, but that should be in a appropriate way, that should be a valid reason. When the like when it is long term, then it will cause disturbances in yourself, in your body and soul both. Surprise is also a good emotion, and disgust is also necessary to differentiate what is good, what is bad. And happiness is always good, like if it is not damaging you, or it is not harming others. Emotions help us communicate, make decisions, and respond to challenges. Yeah, in communication with others, you have to here they are saying like in communicating with others, you will emotions are things that Allah Pak has given us. We can like through emotions we can communicate with others. While we are happy, we are sad, we are we are angry, we are surprised or anything, and emotions help us to make decision and and respond to challenges. So how to tackle this challenge? For example, there is a big challenge and you have to like give a lot of time in sort out that problem. So yes, in that time when you are relaxed, so you won't be able to fulfill that challenge. In that particular time, you have to be serious and you have to work hard and to fulfill or overcome that challenge. So yes, the emotions help to respond the challenges. While some emotions feel good and others don't, all emotions are useful signal that tell us something about our needs and environment. Emotions like help us that what we need from our environment and what environment needs from us. So emotions are things that help us in many things. As I've said to you that first is like stresses, there are two types, and then how you respond to those stresses, there are emotions, your feelings, how you feel. So these are the basic emotions, and I will inshallah later explain these emotions also have a variety of like uh, there are types which are like intense and not good for the health, mental health. Key aspects of emotions. Subjective experience, what you feel internally, like happiness, sadness, fear, and anger. These are like subjective. Subjective means like individual differences. Everyone feel different emotions internally. And any situation, like I've used the word perception while I was defining stress. So, and I also said that stress is also subjective. So is emotions. Subjective means everyone experience the emotion differently. Like any situation, for example, in any situation, it's up to the person and it is up to her inner world, internal world, in her or himself, how the person is feeling. Someone feels happy, someone feels sad, and someone feels afraid, and someone is angry. For example, someone like if the person is very confident in giving a class presentation, he will feel like excited and happy. And when a person is anxious, he will feel like afraid, fearful. And the person who has not given the presentation like in a very good way, so he will feel sad, not good. And the person and the one person will feel sad and the other will feel angry if he like is not able to give the presentation in a good way, in a way that he like imagined that he will give it in a good way, and because of some situation or any condition he failed to give that presentation in that way, he will feel uh, angry. Or if the teacher has said you will not give the presentation today because of the time, then the person will feel angry that I have like prepared for it and I have like not slept a whole night. I've done my preparation and teacher has not allowed me. So these uh, the situation will cause uh, like him angry, the situation will cause him angry. So yeah, subjective experience. And then physiological response means physical changes in your body like racing heart, sweating, or muscle tension, or any other. after like emotions, there are physiological changes in body, and I want you like individuals to participate. What can be the physiological responses after any emotion? Anyone?
Crying, I believe crying should be part of the
Yes, crying.
physiological response. Yes, crying, because that one applies to me a lot. Instead of getting sweating, I cry instead.
Yes, crying, sweating, heart, racing heart, muscle tension. So, for example, I will like try to uh, give an analogy or example for this. When a person become angry, like his like body becomes what, red, and blood circulation starts increasing, and then the muscles become stiffed, and the facial expressions of that person, the angry person, will become like weird, and the voice increases in tone. So this is the physiological response of the anger of that person. And similarly, when the person is fearful, when the person is anxious, when the person is experiencing anxiety, so what are the physiological responses? For example, heart palpitation, heartbeat, like increased in heartbeat, and then trembling and sweating, and someone starts crying, and someone becomes numb, and the body becomes pale, green, yellow type. So these are the physiological responses of any emotion. And while the person is happy, the this time the like the person becomes excited, and the body also turns somehow, in some people red, and some in different colors, and the person become excited, and like and like the person like feels difficulty to sit and like relax. He or she wants to tell everybody their feelings, start like smiling. So smiling is also the physiological response of happiness. And this some, like if the person is Muslim and religious, they prostrate, like they do sajda to Allah Pak. So these are the physiological response to any emotion, if the emotion is good or bad. And same goes for behavioral expression. Emotions outwardly, like facial expressions, body language, and actions, as I described here. After physiological expressions, there are behavioral expressions. For example, you are doing sajda to Allah Pak. This is the body language. You are smiling. This is also the body language. And if you are crying, this is also your body language and your behavioral expression, that you are not feeling well, or you are afraid, or you are very happy to start cry. So this is also behavioral change. Or any, and when you are happy, what you do, you go and spend your time with your family, your friends, or anything. You go out and you go to shop, you go to park, you enjoy yourself. So these are the behaviors you are doing because you are happy. And when the person is sad, so he always sleeps, and like he is enclosed in his or her like room, doing nothing. This is also a behavior is basically defined as the things seen by others from their eyes, the thing that others can see. So like for example, I'm sleeping, other can see me, I'm sleeping. This is the behavior. I'm drinking water. This is the behavior. I'm smiling. Other is able to see my like any expression, so this is the behavior. So yes, behavioral expressions, subjective experience. First of all, emotions are subjective, and then it has like after feelings, you have some physiological responses also, and then behavioral expression. And because of your thought and your emotions, and then physiological response, you will for surely have some behavioral expression because of that feeling. And if it is good, then it means the stress is eustress and there is no problem, that is natural, and carry on. And if it is not good, and if it is negative, and if it is distress, then it is alarming, and this is causing like problem, and you have to uh, like be mindful to tackle the situation. And for that, first of all, as we are doing, we have to recognize what is good, what is bad stress. Before going to the explanation in an Islamic manner, I want you people, if you can ask, if you want to ask anything, you can, and then I will go for a break for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we will start with the Islamic explanation, what Islam says about stress and what are the types and all the things. No one has any question?
Assalamualaikum wabarakatuh, ma'am.
Wa alaikum assalam. I
So,
uh,
so we have learned about the different aspects of emotions, and
hmm,
anger, like I said before, anger is a behavior that somebody reacts to a particular situation he finds himself. Now, when somebody is in an angry mood, like how will I say, rage, like his whole body is on fire, how can that body be cooled at that time when the breathing in method does not work?
I will repeat the question. Please clarify if I am like getting the same thing, if you are asking or not. You are asking the ways how to like cool yourself or relax yourself when you are angry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I will like tell you it. I will like brief you about it, and inshallah in tomorrow's class we will like do our like explain, it will be explanatory class inshallah tomorrow for the how to tackle this stress. In angry situation, there are like different hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When you are angry, drink water. Okay, drink water in 3 sips. And then when you are angry, if you are standing, then hello. And if you're angry, if you are standing, then sit. If you're sitting, then lay down on the bed or on the floor, anything. But like change your position. Okay. And third thing is try to um, like shift your try to like what I can say this thing, try to avoid that situation in that heating moment. Try to like if you are like angry, try to like give 10 to 15 minutes to yourself. Do not go and interact with others, and relax yourself, relax your mind, and tell to your mind that if like we are like a religious person, we can also do this thing. Be mindful that anger is not good in Islam, it is haram in Islam, and Allah does not like the person who is angry every time. So this is not good. And like while we are in calm situations, we should think. This is a CBT technique, to think of what are the techniques I can use to manage my anger. First of all, be aware of your this trait, that yes, I am an angry person. Yes, I have this trait. That is not good, because it is not balanced in me. And second, when you are aware and you are accepting that yes, I have to um, manage this thing, because this is causing harm to myself and others. And then inshallah ask Allah and do things, there are many things. If you do it with the intention of sunnah, you will get the sawab as well. And then inshallah you will start realizing, yes, you are this trait is like, you are now being able to manage your trait, this trait, specific anger trait. If I share my experience, I used to be a kind of impulsive person. So what I did, I first of all say to my mind, to my like brain, that yes, this thing is not good, and I'm like accepting this thing, that I have to manage my anger trait. And then I followed the things, and when I was in a calm situation, I used to think of this thing, and Allah Pak has helped me. And now, whenever I get angry, I try not to interact with others. I try to give 10 to 15 to 30 minutes to myself. And then, when my hormones are calm, my body is calm, and then I will go and interact and to resolve the situation. This is what you have to like tell your brain, and you have to pass this message to your brain, that I'm not going to respond in a way that you want or shaitan wants. I'm going to respond in a way that is good for me, and that will like give me the pleasure, and that will help me to please Allah Pak. Inshallah, by time you will start seeing and changes in yourself, and others will also like appreciate this change in you, inshallah. Hope you get it,
Yes,
sister.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Jazakallah khairan. So, sorry to discuss it one more time. Now,
Hmm.
from what you have said now, because I used to have the feeling that the anger was from like shaitan, but I also got the conception that it's part of our emotions. So, are you not trying to say that if I get the emotion of anger, which might not be necessarily destructive, which can just be, oh, I'm angry at that girl for being dirty. I don't say bad words. I don't do all those negative things. Am
Hmm.
I still on
Hmm.
track, or I still fall in the same category of me being angry because of shaitan has made me to get angry?
So this is a specific problem of you, and this is very good that your anger is not causing harm to others. But yes, your anger is causing harm to yourself, as you said that you are like aware of this, and you know that this is not good for yourself. So there are positive things, and that is very good. And there are some like things you have to work on. Yes, anger is from shaitan. You can also recite تعوذ أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم 3 times and spit in your left side. So this is also good. And yes, anger is from shaitan. And sometimes it is like as I've said before, that anger is sometimes valid. But in our Islam, it said that it should be short term, yes, and then control it, because and then these emotions, anger, sadness, fear, will damage you. And Allah has said, Alhamdulillah, we are Muslims, and Islam is a complete code of life for us. Islam has taught each and everything to us, and we just have to follow it. We don't have to like uh, make all the curriculum. The curriculum has been made for us, Alhamdulillah. We just have to follow in it. And before following it, we have to recognize what are the things we want to change in us in a positive manner. So yes, anger is a trait that Allah has said we should control in it, in many situations, because while you are angry, your brain stop thinking of anything, any productive thing, anything that is good. Your brain stops um, the focus from the solution problem solving. It will comes to the anger, and when you are angry, you are not able to think anything rationally or in any other way. So therefore anger is not good, and therefore it is said when you are angry, uh, try not to communicate with others. Give time to yourself. It's up to you. The time, like in starting, the time will be like a long, for example, hour and 2 hours, and by time, by gradually, slowly and gradually, the time will decrease. But give time to yourself. When you're angry, do not communicate with others, because when you communicate, as I said, your brain is not working in a rational way, in a proper way, that you will mess up with your relations in any way, the work life relations, the home life, house life, marriage life, anything. You will mess up yourself and your really environment. So try to keep calm yourself. Therefore it is said to drink water in 3 sips, or uh, change your position. So in like coming into this field now, when I relate the hadiths and things like which Islam has told to us, like these are like absolutely sensible in many ways. Yes, and like, well, you are angry or any situation, so how these hadiths are like fit in that situation, according to that situation. So yeah, it is good that you are not having any kind of damage because of anger. Anything else?
Thank you, ma'am.
Anyone wants to ask anything can go for it. So I guess no one has any question or any confusion regarding the slides which I have explained. So I'm going to take a break, and then I will be back in 10 minutes or before.
Okay, ma. No problem.
Okay. Like, uh, can you people see my screen or not?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So I've like explained the stress and emotions in overall manner, in a like, you can say, widely manner. Now I'm going to explain what Islam says about stress, and what is stress by our like Islamic scholars, and how they define stress. So there is a book named Sustenance of the Soul. So is a profound work by the 9th century Islamic scholar Abu Zaid al-Balkhi, translated and annotated by Professor Malik Badri. Professor Malik Badri is the PhD in clinical psychology of 20th century. This book delves into the intricate relationship between physical health and psychological well-being, offering insights that resonate with contemporary psychological practices. So this is a book, like it is written by Islamic scholar Abu Zaid al-Balkhi, and that book is translated by Professor Malik Badri in, I guess, 1960s. So he like the book is in, I guess it is kept in library of Turkey. So he translated part. The book is very lengthy, but he translated the part like specifically sustenance of the soul, means the psychological part, which Abu Zaid al-Balkhi written and described in, I guess, in Arabic language, and then Professor Malik Badri translated it in English. You can also, you guys can read that book as well. So definition of stress from that book. Al-Balkhi views stress as an emotional disturbance that arises when the soul encounters challenges or threat. So here Balkhi is describing stress is when, like, emotional stress is defined as emotional disturbances. So he says yeah, I guess he's like explaining the negative stress here is when the soul encounters challenges and threats. When your soul is encountering any challenge, any threat, and when the soul is not in peace, so it causes emotional disturbance, and that is stress. Unlike the body, we can be affected by physical ailments like fever or headaches. The soul experience psychological symptoms such as anger, sadness, fear, and anxiety. He says, like, whenever we have a headache, we have a fever, we have any physical disturbances, we will like experience fever, headache, muscle fatigue, or any pain in body because of that physical disturbance in our body. When the disturbance is in the soul, when the soul is like disturbed in any way, then we will experience these emotions. He has given 4 emotions. What are those? Anger, sadness, fear, and anxiety. So these emotional disturbances are more frequent and can be just as debilitating as physical illnesses. He said that emotional disturbance like fear, anger, anxiety, and sadness are more frequent in number than the physical disturbances. He emphasized that the soul's health is intrinsically linked to the body's well-being, and imbalance in one can lead to disorders in the other. And this is the very important point here, that body and soul are interlinked. When you are nurturing your body but not nurturing your soul, you will get disturbed. And when you are nurturing your soul but you are not taking care of the body, you will then get disturbed, and there will be imbalance. So Islam teaches us to like balance, to be balanced in everything. In Deen, we should be balanced. Anyone wants to ask anything? Okay, so here there's a very important point that your physical health is very much linked with your mental health, and your mental health, your soul's health is very much linked with your physical health. So we have to have like a balanced approach in our life to have a balance between the soul and the body. Okay, so this is what Al-Balkhi described. What is stress? Stress is disturbance in the soul. When the soul is encountering any kind of challenge or threat, and trigger, it will like cause stress. And those stress are the simpler version of those stresses or psychological symptoms are like anger, sadness. These are the emotions, okay? And because of those stresses, you will feel the emotions like anger, sadness, fear, and anxiety. So one sister was asking me like, what should I do, how to like have betterment in anger, in the trait of anger. So I forgot to mention, try to find out the cause of anger. What thing is causing you anger? What are the stresses? And are the stresses valid or not? And then try to think of it and try to like contemplate in a way that in a calm situation, that are those triggers, like basically find out the triggers and then think of the triggers. Are those triggers important in your life, and how to manage those triggers? Then automatically your emotion like anger or sadness or anything will be cured and will be treated. Now, causes of stress. Al-Balkhi defines both external and internal factors that contribute to stress. So, like in like 19th century, 1100 years ago, a man who has not seen the whole world like we are seeing it, he was a genius man. Allah has gifted a lot of wisdom to that man. So he is like many of his books and scriptures are like destroyed because of the war or anything. I don't know. There are like he has written 60 or 600 plus books, but like very less are like preserved till now. One book is this Sustenance of the Soul, and by reading this book I am amazed from that man that Allah has, like we are blessed of being Muslims, and Allah has uh, given us a lot of blessed scholars, but it is our lacking that we don't read, we do not ponder, and we do not like try to find out the work of our own Muslim scholars. So causes of stress according to Al-Balkhi, there are two factors, two causes, one external and one is internal. So first I'm going to describe in external factors: environmental stimuli. Stimuli means the triggers which mm, cause the stress and then causes the anger or any other feelings. So exposure to distressing sights or sounds, such as witnessing violence or hearing alarming news. Here he has described environmental stimuli, like these are the external factors. For example, you are witnessing some violent thing, like it can be abuse, like abuse in home, like father is abusing mother is abusing the children, or teacher is abusing the children, or someone is violating the rules. So what you will listen the sound, these exposure, like you are exposing to the distressing sounds or sights, you are witnessing something physically from the environment that is not good, will cause you stress. Or hearing alarming news. For example, nowadays, Palestine, Kashmir, or any other thing, that when we like hear the news, automatically it saddens us because we are ummah. The also I guess in Sudan, in all other areas of the world, everywhere Muslims are like not in good situation, and I guess the reason is uh, because we are not united. So yes, this is the main reason Muslims are not united, and I ask Allah to unite us all as we are the ummah. So, hearing alarming news like these kind of news, because of we are in nowadays, this genius man described these things 1100 years ago, and nowadays, like hearing alarming news or witnessing violence things is like very much normal for us because of this mobile phone. Because of this gadget, we are like exposed to the environmental stimuli uh, much easier than before. So therefore, in nowadays there are a lot of mental health issues. So social interaction, the other is social interaction. Humiliating words or actions from others can trigger your emotional response, and this is somehow also subjective. It is up to the person. So social interaction, for example, it is bullying someone, ragging someone in school, in an institute, or at home, when you are calling a person with weird names, and you are like mimicking a person, you are like mocking a person. So these will also trigger the emotional stresses. It can be like you are saying something that is not the true, so a person will get angry. When you are mimicking a person, you are bullying a person get afraid, a person get fearful, a person gets sad. So yes, these are the things, external things, um, will cause a lot of environmental and social interactions has a lot of mm, you can say distribution. I don't know what to say this thing, but involvement that causes problems and stress in an individual. Okay, now I'm going to describe the internal factors. Cognitive pattern, negative thinking, irrational beliefs, and unrealistic expectations can exacerbate stress. So cognitive pattern, for example, cognitive is your thought process. And when you start thinking negatively, for example, uh, for the future, one asks, what will be your future? You will say, I don't hope anything. I think the future is worse than the present. So this is what negative thinking, no? Irrational beliefs. You are believing something that is not logical. You are beyond your logic. So it will also cause stress, because you are believing something that is not logical, that is not possible. Then automatically, when the results are not with that belief or expectation, then you will like for sure experience this stress. For example, I'll give you an analogy for this. You are an average child, like you are studying in an institute, you are like an average, like you get every time 70 to 80% in your class. Now you are like one time you like got like failed, and then you, because you were not prepared, and you like wasted your time in playing in any other thing, then you got a fail, and then you started like you can say preparing for the final, like it was your mids, and now you are starting preparing for your final exams, and you are doing your best in, but you know that you are a average child. IQ is something everyone has different IQ, and alhamdulillah, if someone is having average IQ, and that is good, well in it enough, I guess. But you are expecting 100% without any mistake, then you are like preparing, and but you are like expecting something irrational, that is not logical, unrealistic expectation of 100% from exams, and then your results comes 80 plus. But you will not become happy, because you have set high expectations for yourself. So reaching those expectations will take a lot of time. So for sure, you will like when the expectations are unreal, it will cause stress in your life. It will make you hopeless, worthless, anything. Depression will cause depression. So the expectations should be realistic. For example, doing anything, giving presentation, you are an anxious person, you encourage yourself, you will be better than before. Like 1%, 2%, because betterment is, you can say, procedural. It is slowly and gradually you will like have success in anything. Any treatment, it will be a medical treatment, any treatment, nothing is rapid. Everything needs time. And so a person should be realistic. When the expectations are unrealistic in your mind, in your thought, the beliefs are irrational and you are thinking negative. So too much of positive will also cause stress because of the results. Be in the world, be in the practical world, and too much of negative, every time thinking negative, this will happen, negative, that will happen, negative. So these will cause what? These will cause stress. And these are the things you have to control it by yourself. This is in your hand, and this is like your brain giving you negative signals. Then you have to work on it. And inshallah, I will be sharing with you some techniques within the time, inshallah, tomorrow, that you will like, it will help you to how to overcome the stresses, causes of stresses. Okay, so cognitive, and the other is emotional responses. Reactions like excessive anger, fear, sadness can be internal source of stress. This is, we are like, we have explained this thing, the excessive, as I've said to you, that anger, normal anger is good. That is according to the situation. Normal fear, when the situation is real, you can like, in realistic situations, when you are afraid, and it is short term, it is good. When you are sad because of anything, but it is short term, it is good. So but the things, when these are long term, it will cause stress. So these are the stress that Al-Balkhi has defined: causes, external and internal causes. So both the outside of the world and the inside of the world will cause you happy or sad, will cause you in a positive way, in negative way. But I guess it is up to that person how to cope with those situations. I will give more importance to the internal factors, as when we are internally strong and we will work on the cognitive pattern and emotional responses, then by the grace of Allah, inshallah, we will be able to like solve the problems, and to um, tackle the situations like external environmental stimuli or social interactions or external factors. We can tackle it if we are internally and cognitively strong enough. So I guess we have to like work on both, but more it is important to work on the internal factors. But these two are like very much important. So Al-Balkhi as described 4 emotions that are like caused by the stresses which I have described before, internal and external. So number 1 here is described is, before starting, if you have any question, you can ask. Shall I proceed? No questions?
Yes, ma.
Okay. Okay. So emotions are caused by the stress. Number 1 is anger. In Arabic, it is said ghadab. ghazab or gadab, it's up to the pronunciation of or like of that region. Here it is written gadab, anger. Anger stems from a soul that is too attached to control or pride. Ibn al-Qayyim emphasized taming the nafs through dhikr of patience. Oh, these are the techniques. The Prophet ﷺ said, the strong is not the one who overcomes people by his strength, but the strong is the one who controls himself while in anger. So one sister was asking about anger. So this is a Bukhari hadith. This is a valid hadith that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam described that the person who is strong physically is not the strong in front of him. The person who is strong mentally and who can control the anger is the actual strong person. So yes, this is the reward of a person who can like control their anger. The one who is able to control himself, his anger, the one who is the strong person, according to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So anger is the emotion that is caused by the stress, any internal or external stimuli. And the other is fear. I have described the things physiological and behavioral changes due to the emotion anger before. So yes, sometimes the changes are external, for example behavioral. You are changing, you are throwing things, you are breaking things, and you are physical responses and all the things. And sometimes you are uh, damaging your own self, inner self, and that is high bp, high sugar, high blood, anything high, or any other physical disturbance or mental disturbance that is caused by anger. So anger is not good for your own self, and also not good as it harms others. May Allah Pak help us in like managing our emotions. Ameen. And the second is fear, khawf. This is the word, uh, like it is also many time used in Quran, khawf. So khawf is fear. Fear is somehow the starting point of anxiety. When you are afraid of anything other than Allah. As I've described it, emotions are positive or negative. It's up to us how we tackle those, how to make the emotions positive or negative. It is up to us. So fear, healthy fear is of Allah.
Hello, hello, hello. Is anyone there?
Hello, I'm here.
No, I can hear you.
All right. Please, sorry, she got disconnected. I think she will connect again.
All right, ma'am.
Nah.
That is healthy. But when you fear to Allah, that is healthy. But at the same time, while fearing to Allah, you have to be hopeful. at the same time. Only fearing Allah and not hoping from Him, this is not good. So everything needs to be in balance. So in fearing other than the creation, like for fearing from his creation is somehow not good if you are not fearing Allah first. Ibn al-Qayyim writes that true tranquility lie the remembrance of Allah and firm belief in divine wisdom. So, has Ibn al-Qayyim, he's also an Islamic scholar, genius Islamic scholar. So, fear is good when you are afraid of Allah. That is known as taqwa. You're trying to like refrain from sins. That is good. But at the same time, you have to be hopeful as well. And then unnecessary fear, for example, uh, fearing from future, you are doing your best and then you are afraid of giving presentation, you are afraid of meeting others, uh, you are worried about the future. And any example if you can give, there are a lot of different types of fear that are not good, that is causing distress, that is causing problem in your life, in your soul, with your soul, in your body. Anything that is not good is not healthy, and that causes that this fear emotion causes stress. And this is the simple version fear. It goes in like long way, it goes to anxiety, and then different types of anxiety that causes a lot of mental health issues and then physical problems. For example, anxiety, generalized anxiety, social anxiety, in agoraphobia, separation anxiety. There are a lot of different types uh, that will cause problem in your life. For example, I will give you an example of mothers. Simply the mothers. I don't know how. I guess overall the this is a quality of a mother, but I don't know the mothers in Africa. I will share my experience. Like the mothers in Asia, they are afraid of each and everything. When their child or their children are outside, they will start thinking negatively. Something bad will happen. Call to him, call to her, why he's not at home. Something bad will for sure happen to him or her. Oh, I know. And because of these fearful thought process, what will happen? This thought process, you start your the emotion will be the fear, and then your heartbeat start increasing, heart palpitation starts, and you start sweating, your BP get high, your like respiratory system will get disturbed. So this is causing the stress, physical, emotional, mental, everything. So this fear, these kinds of fear, you are not hopeful, that is not good. As I've said, healthy fear is defined as fear to Allah plus like you are hopeful. Then the fear is good. You are trying to abide from sins, that is good. But you are trying to avoid the situations, you're trying to be negative for the future. Every time you are thinking, that is not good. That will like ruin your life, and that will cause a lot of damages in your life. So yeah, these are the two basic emotions that are described by Ibn al-Qayyim as well, and that Balkhi, Abu Zaid al-Balkhi, 1100 years ago. And I'm going further. He has described four basic emotions, and the third is sadness, huzn. So, sadness may come from attachment to what was never meant to last. Here, it is said that sadness is caused from attachment.
Are you there, ma'am? Hello? Hello? I think our network has gone again.
I think it's the network. I think she's having issue with her signal then. We are sorry.
Okay, since the recording has continued. So I'm
Hold
very
on.
sure we've learned some.
She says she has one slide left.
Okay, one slide left. Okay, that's fine.
So this is the simple definition of sadness in Islam, in Islamic way. When you are because Islam say that first become close to Allah, have a strong taqwa upon Allah. So when you, other than Allah, you start like attaching yourself to a worldly thing, and that thing is detached from you in any way. It can be due to death of anybody, or it can be due to the deception of the person. The person is not good for you, and the person has harmed you in any way, deceived you in any way. So that detachment from that person or anything can cause sadness. Ibn al-Qayyim said, if you are grieved by something that has left you, then remember what you still have, and then one who gave it to you. This is the very good thing, and this is a kind of treatment. So when you are sad and when you are grieving of the loss, start thinking at the same time. When you are like grieving, start thinking that still what you have, remember what you have and what Allah has given you. Allah has yes detach something from you, but at the same time Allah has given you a lot of things, lot of positive things. So start remembering those, and automatically you will be grateful, and that the emotion of sadness will overcome. Islam acknowledges grief but teaches not to let it consume the soul. So sadness and grief is something the Prophet also has experienced when Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam was lost, and after like his father as Yaqub alayhi salam was sad, and he also said to Allah in Quran that I am sad, but I know you are the best of knower, you know best what is best for me, but I am sad. So when you are sad, and that is good thing, that is not a bad thing. Do not do not suppress your emotions. Uh, like recognize your emotions, then you will overcome those emotions and will get back to a normal life. So do not suppress any emotion, be it fear, be it sadness, be it anger. First of all, acknowledge it, and then ask Allah and try your best in a positive way, with the hope that inshallah you will recover from that pain phase. Because things will come and then go. When they are long, these emotions, when they are long in term, when you are not being able to tackle it by yourself, then this is causing damage. Then go to the therapist, go to the professionals, seek help with the intention that inshallah you will overcome the problem. As you go to medical doctors, same go to mental health professionals and seek help if you're not being able to tackle by it your own. So this is advice from a professional to you people. In the fourth thing, this intrusive thoughts, waswas, whispers. Intrusive thoughts in normal psychology is what is described as OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, obsessive compulsions, obsessions. Intrusive thoughts are the obsessions, excessive thinking of anything, and to like relieve you, if you want to relieve, and then you do the compulsory actions for those intrusive thoughts. In Islam, these are known as waswas, whispers from shaitan. So if anybody knows the translation of Surah Nas, then will know what are the waswas of shaitan. They trigger in our chest, in our like heart, and we have to recite Mu'awwizatain, Surah Falaq and Nas, and Ta'awuz, A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem. And then inshallah by the help of Allah, we will be able to protect ourselves from these intrusive thoughts. These comes from shaitan in our religion. According to Muslims, these comes from these waswas, these intrusive thoughts comes from shaitan, and these are different types. Sometimes these are in a negative way, and sometimes when you try to like uh, compete with these thoughts and you come closer to Allah, then these thoughts start hitting you in a positive way, like doing the same salah, Zohar salah 2 times and thinking that I have not done it properly, doing 3 to 4 times wudu, taking wudu and making ablution and thinking that I have not done it properly. So yes, this will come in different way and hit you. You have to recognize these intrusive thoughts and try to not follow, not do any compulsory act to satisfy these thoughts. This is a kind of simple way to protect yourself. These are from shaitan and undisciplined nafs. And the cure is frequent dhikr, seeking refuge in Allah, conscious mental effort to reject such thoughts, as I have said to you. And Quran says, if an evil suggestion comes to you from Satan, then seek refuge in Allah. Indeed, He is hearing and knowing. So refugee in Allah means making wudu and reciting the ta'awuz. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I seek refuge from Allah, from these thoughts, from shaitan, like in Allah from shaitan. Okay, so this is what you can do. And this is like today was like I before going to treatment and doing meditations or any other treatment for stress, I wanted you to be aware of what is stress and where it comes from. And I tried to explain it from a worldly perspective and from Islamic perspective as well as. So last slide is explaining that these mental health issues can cause physical harm, and physical health issues can cause mental harm. So this is what the modern science also say. So thank you from my side. If anyone has any question regarding today's lecture, can ask, and inshallah tomorrow will be the solution for these problems which I have described today.
Okay, ma. Thank you very much, ma. So you said you described the problem. Are you giving us a task? Are you giving us a task, ma'am? Are you giving us a task to do ahead of tomorrow?
No,
I
I'm not giving you any kind of task today. I will be giving task one or two in between the class tomorrow. You people are
okay.
free to do anything, and from my side, no. You can think of what is the task will be. Think of your stresses you have, think of what problems you have, emotional problems, and think of the triggers. As I described it, there are internal or external triggers. Think of those triggers and your problems, and inshallah tomorrow I will be describing the solutions, and you can ask problems, you can ask questions how to solve your triggers and anything. This is the task you can like do. You have to think.
All right, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for that. So I believe every one of us have heard what she said. She's been able to, like, said deeply. At least she broke it down to the point of to the point we can understood it to the barest minimum of really being able to understand what stress means, the triggers of stress, the paths to which stress can come into us, and so many much more like that. So she gave us a task just in a way of saying that for us to think deeply, what are those things that stress us, the triggers for it, and anything related to it. Then tomorrow in the class, during the session, she'll be able to give us solution to them. So which means you need to think, then come prepared for tomorrow. At least tomorrow, minimum of 10 people should be able to speak tomorrow because they need solutions to what they must have thought about today. So in that being said, thank you, Madam Sarah, for today's class. We really appreciate your time.
Most
Really
welcome.
appreciate you for being here. Jazakumullah khairan. Till we meet tomorrow again.
Okay, inshallah.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Bye bye, ma'am.
Barakallah fi,
So,
inshallah. I'm looking.
yes, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. So to everyone, thank you for joining today. Till we meet tomorrow, I guess. So, and this is just also to tell you everyone that there's going to be a task, some general tasks from the first session to this point. I don't know when it is going to be, but we'll communicate that in the group. So till then, you have a wonderful Saturday till we meet tomorrow again. Bye for now. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Have to be so